grieving young woman takes a summer job at a camp for troubled kids. The other counselors welcome her like family, almost too fast, but nobody warns her what they actually want from her. The movie begins at a late house party. A young woman named Emily plays truth or dare with a loose group of friends. Someone keeps pushing her to share her biggest regret, so she stalls with a story about a bad haircut. But the group wants something real, so Emily says it plainly. Years ago, at 16, she struck a small child with her car. The whole room goes cold. Emily insists she does not mind talking about it, that she tries to remember the girl, but the friends quietly pull away and tell her to save it for her inner circle. It is the first hint that Emily carries something no one around her can hold. Stung, Emily slips off to find her real friend, Charlie. She drifts alone through a party full of strangers, looking in every room. It is clear these people are not truly hers. Emily finds Charlie at last, soaked from the rain. Charlie wants to leave for a different party across town, but Charlie is already unsteady on her feet, so Emily tells her to slow down and sober up first. On the way, Emily confesses what happened during the game. She told them her worst secret, and now they think she needs help. Charlie shrugs it off, calls them fools, and says she loves her. Then Emily mentions she has something risky in her bag from earlier. Charlie grabs it before Emily can stop her, laughing that Emily told her to sober up anyway. Now watch what happens next.
Charlie. 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 Charlie.
Charlie collapses. Emily screams her name over and over and cannot wake her. Within minutes, her best friend is gone in Emily's car on Emily's things. Yeah, that fast, everything changes. The movie cuts forward. Emily is back home with her father, half joking that therapy has put her on a watch list. She insists she was never truly in danger, just honest. She calls herself marked by tragedy so early that it now covers her completely. It is the first thing anyone sees when they look at her, she says, and maybe the only thing. She tells her dad that people like her are a lost cause, like a real-life monster on the rise. Her father does not laugh, and he does not agree, but he clearly cannot stand to watch her sink any lower. So her father offers a lifeline. There is a camp up north for damaged kids, and Emily is already certified to work there as a counselor. He will buy the train ticket himself. She can pay him back later. She agrees to think about it. On the ride up, Emily calls her dad from her bunk. She realizes the place is a religious camp, a full-blown God camp, and she is not exactly a believer. She jokes that she will just find the other non-believers to survive. At camp, the leader, Dan, greets her warmly. He is gentle, handsome, and deeply devoted to his faith. He hands Emily the camp rules and asks her to read them carefully before she signs. No rushing. Emily offers to sign right away, but Dan gently insists she read every line first. It is a small thing, yet it lingers, like a door being quietly held open. Then a cheerful veteran named Jo introduces herself. Jo is one of the camp's longest attendees and a second-year staffer. She seems genuinely, almost strangely, thrilled that Emily has finally arrived.
I went in and revised the rock climbing liability section.
Put that away. Jo is one of our second-year employee, so if you have any questions at all.
In her cabin, Emily meets her roommate, Rosie. Rosie says she chose Emily on purpose because she is the nicest one here. She promises Emily will love the rest of the counselors if she likes weird people and long, sloppy nights. Outside, Rosie shares a smoke and a quiet warning. The camp owners live far away and never check in. So out here, she says with a smile, the counselors get away with almost anything they want. Emily meets the rest of the clique, Nev, Hope, and Clara. They are sharp, funny, and just a little cruel to each other. They tease each other about their sad little lives, then pull Emily in as one more gorgeous weirdo. Within minutes, she is folded into their circle, like she has always belonged. For a girl who felt like a stranger everywhere, it feels like being chosen. Rosie points out a returning guy, Kane, from her old hometown. She spreads an ugly story about how he once badly hurt a girlfriend, then laughs and admits she is only teasing. But the girls talk about cutting Kane down like it is a game they have played before. It is charming and chilling at the same time, and Emily laughs anyway, because it is easier to laugh along than to ask what they really mean. At the staff campfire, Jo speaks softly about why they each first came here. Then Dan reminds everyone the children arrive tomorrow. These kids live very hard lives, he says, and the counselors must be gentle, patient, and good. Emily takes her turn to introduce herself. She admits she has had a strange year, and stranger ones before it, and that her dad is the one who suggested she come. The whole circle claps warmly for her.
I've had a pretty weird year and weird ones before that. My dad suggested I come, actually.
That night, the counselors drink and toast to another summer together. Rosie tells Emily she lit up the moment she saw her sitting on that bunk, another lovely weirdo just like the rest of them. Then Hope leans in with an invitation. Come up to the attic above the dining hall tomorrow night. Emily points at herself, unsure. Just her. Something about the offer feels like a test. But first, on her very first night, something creeps into Emily's uneasy sleep. Watch this. She wakes to Rosie shaking her shoulder. The kids arrive within the hour, and it is time to get ready. Emily is not sure what was a dream and what was not. The children pour off the buses, and the girls cheerfully call them little nightmares. These kids live tough lives back home, and camp is meant to be the most fun they get all summer. Emily is handed a quiet camper named Eden, who is crouched in the grass hunting for 4-leaf clovers. Emily turns out to be good with the kids. She promises Eden she once found a lucky clover herself, back when she was small. The little girl studies her carefully, deciding whether to trust. That night, Nev tells Emily she would make a wonderful mother someday. Then Nev admits quietly that she had a child once and was not good at it. Emily lets the strange comment pass. Rosie warns Emily that Eden is the hardest child in the group and has come here for 3 years running. But Eden swore to Emily this was her very first summer at camp. One of them is clearly lying. The next night, Emily climbs to the secret attic above the dinner hall. Half the staff does not even know it exists. Rosie explains their private ritual. Each of them shares one true wish out loud, sends it into the universe, drinks the wine down to the last drop, then shuts their eyes for 5 whole seconds. It sounds like a middle school game, Rosie admits, but she swears that, done exactly right, it works.
What we do. For you. The rest of us already. So, we are putting our wishes out into the universe. I know. But when I tell you it works, it works.
Hope wishes to stop feeling guilty and empty inside. Clara refuses another girl's wish to be taken back by family, calling it a lie and not what she truly wants. And one of them wishes, boldly, for Dan himself. Then it comes to Emily's turn. She wishes for peace, for one pure moment of feeling good, and for forgiveness, mostly of herself. Remember that wish. It matters more than she knows. The girls murmur that sparks are flying, as if the wish is already caught somewhere out in the dark. Emily laughs along. She does not understand what she has just started. At a glowing field party, one of the girls asks Emily why she really came here. So Emily finally says all of it aloud. Her best friend died in her car 4 months ago on Emily's own things. And years before, at 16, she struck a 4-year-old who darted into traffic. 2 lives, both tangled up in her, both impossible to set down. The girl pulls Emily into a tight hug and swears she did nothing wrong. Emily says she does not feel innocent, not completely, but for the first time in a long time, the guilt feels a little lighter on her shoulders. Then the group turns playful and sharp all at once. They decide to drag devout, careful Dan out of his cabin and into the party. Watch how they work on him.
You have to go out and take them onwards.
Oh, come dance with me. Come on.
Dan finally caves and dances, looking terrified the entire time. The girls laugh and cheer him on. It looks like Nev has just gotten exactly the wish she made in that attic. The next day is the swim test, and Emily helps run it, hungover but bright. One camper, Eden, climbs out of the lake early, holding her stomach and refusing to explain what is wrong. Emily gently realizes Eden has started her first period, alone and frightened at the water's edge. She walks the girl back to the cabin and quietly helps her through it. Later she tells a counselor it felt wrong, that this should have been Eden's mother or older sister. But she is told the girl will remember her forever now, and that is a kind of gift. Later, Emily surprises Eden with a real 4-leaf clover to cheer her up. Slowly, carefully, the child begins to trust her. Without meaning to, Emily is becoming these campers' true keeper. But something is wrong with Emily too. She tells a counselor that Dan has been coldly ignoring her, and finally hears the reason. Nev was with him as part of the group's long game, and now his careful faith is quietly falling apart. He had been saving himself for years, and Nev simply put her wish out into the universe. Now Dan wanders the camp like a man having a crisis he cannot name, and Emily starts to feel the ground shift under everyone here. Emily calls her father, shaking. She admits she is not okay, that she is quietly falling apart out here. But she tells him she has made a few friends who really listen to her. She promises she is going to be fine, and he says he is proud of her. Neither of them can hear how far away she already sounds.
The reception out here isn't so good. My cells are...
At night, a strange, dreamlike voice drifts across the whole camp. It speaks of waking again and again without her body, of a moon turning red, of a lake that knows far more than it will ever tell. A heavy storm traps everyone indoors for crafts day, but Emily notices Eden has been drawing the counselors, twisting all of them into cruel, evil shapes on the page. Emily grabs the drawing and demands to know what it means. Eden answers her calmly, without fear, because you are evil. Watch what the little girl does next. Alone in the storm, Emily finally comes apart. She tells the empty air there is something evil in this place. She says the girls were nice to her, but she does not truly know them and cannot trust them. She admits she may be hurting that little girl, warping her, and that she has to go home. She barely knows what is real anymore, or whether anyone is really listening. But Rosie finds her and gently reels her back in. Rosie says Eden was already broken long before camp, that Emily found them for a reason. You found me, Rosie tells her, and I need you exactly as much as you need us. Then the girls tell Emily it is time to fall from grace. They ask one after another if she feels like one of them now. Watch closely.
How did we do that? And we can just do that all the time.
So, in our world, when we sacrifice someone,
The girls show Emily the truth. When they sacrifice someone, the way they use Dan's innocence, they gain real power and strange new strengths. They feed on breaking people down to fill themselves back up. Emily calls it just feeding on others, and Rosie only shrugs at the word. It is a coven, and they want Emily inside it. Her wish for peace was the door they gently walked her through. Emily calls it sad, this feeding on other people, so Rosie compares it to being so numb that nothing matters anymore, not even the people you love. Because in the end, Rosie says, it is only ever the two of them alone. Rosie confesses her own beginning, sent here as a troubled kid by parents who did not want her. She hated this camp for years and never believed in God at all. Then, at 15, feeling useless, she finally gave in one night by the fire. She was led to a clearing and embraced. She says God brought her straight to the devil and to her closest friends. And now, she says softly to Emily, but Hope is quietly drifting the other way. Hope keeps asking how it feels to truly let God in, the real way, not the dark one. She wonders aloud whether faith might be the thing that saves her instead of this. Emily tells her, gently, that it never worked for her. Still, Hope holds on to the idea. The one girl in the group looking for a door that leads out instead of down. Emily opens up even further about her past. She admits she saw the little girl coming. Her brakes simply failed her that day, and the drugs that took Charlie had been cut with something terrible. After that night, she never went back to their apartment at all.
It's not like I was even just particularly good. Before that, though, I was in trouble.
The counselors sink deeper into long, hazy nights, and Emily goes with them. She says she feels the best she has felt in years. She begs the girls never to leave her behind, and they promise, softly, that they never will. Then Emily's father calls one last time. He says he misses her, and he offers to drive all the way up so they can road trip home together. One last good memory to end her summer. Listen to what she tells him, but Emily says she is staying. The girls and she are taking a trip together instead. Her father is both sad and proud of how brave she has become. Then mid-sentence, the line simply goes dead. Dad, Emily turns around and finds Joe standing there in his place. Watch what Joe says to her.
Joe? What's happening?
I thought I could help you see. I thought you would see me.
Joe tells Emily, softly, that she only ever wanted to help her see. Even the sweetest, kindest face at this whole camp was part of the plan for Emily from the very first day. The final ritual closes in. The coven has walked Emily all the way to the edge of herself, and there is no leaving now. A voice says it plainly. God led every one of them straight to evil. Everything, from the warm welcome on her bunk to the wish in the attic, was for this single night. The lost, grieving girl was never a counselor here. She was always the offering. Then comes the last, terrible memory, spoken over Emily like a spell. A child's hair, orange and soft, cut and kept from inside a car. Burn with me, the voice says. Watch.
With me. Soft and orange.
And so Emily finally gets her wish for peace. But the coven grants it the only way it can, by taking her into the fire with them. A lock of a child's orange hair burns with her, the last piece of the guilt she carried so far. The grieving girl who came here to be saved becomes their next sacrifice, and at last her long ache goes quiet. The camp keeps its secret behind its songs and its faith, and it waits patiently for the next lost soul to step off the train.